Hello, today I'm back with the Versus video. This time we'll be talking about two legendary albums from the nu metal era. And those albums are Slipknot with their self-titled and System of a Down with their self-titled album. So yeah, love both of these albums. These are albums that I listened to a lot when I was younger. Still enjoy both of these albums to this day. But first album we'll be talking about is the Slipknot album, self-titled, and also my favorite Slipknot album. Now, when it comes to picking a favorite Slipknot album, most people either pick Iowa or this album. I mean, I've seen some people say Volume 3, but for the most part, a lot of people pick either Iowa or this album, and for me, I go with this album. When it comes to my second favorite Slipknot album, it's either going to be Iowa or Volume 3. I mean, Volume 3 was my introduction to Slipknot, so I do have a huge soft spot for Volume 3. I'd personally put Volume 3 on the same level as Iowa in this album. I know some people would probably disagree with me on that, but I don't know. I love Volume 3, but at the top for me with Slipknot is the self-titled. It's just raw, heavy, and just a fun listen too. I mean, and also it was produced by Ross Robinson, who is of course a big name when it comes to nu metal. I mean, he's worked with other big names in the genre like Limp Bizkit and Korn and some others, but yeah, absolutely love this album. The hits on this album are still great all these years later, like Wait and Bleed and Spit It Out. You do also get your share of fan favorites on here, like Surfacing and Sick, which I think are still great, and some of my favorite songs on here too. But the second half of the album is where you start to get the deeper cuts, especially. And for me, there are no bad songs on this album. And yeah, when it comes to the second half, I really like songs like Liberate and No Life, especially. I like Corey's vocals in that song especially. Deluded I think has always been one of my personal favorites on the album, and to me one of their most underrated too. A song that's not talked about as much as some other songs on the album, but personally I really like Deluded. And Scissor is probably one of their darkest songs, and definitely a hell of a way to close off the album. But yeah, not a single weak track on this album. I mean, Corey's vocals, really dig his vocals on this album, especially in songs like Wait and Bleed and Liberate and Deluded, and Eyeless too. I especially dig Joey's drum work, rest in peace. I definitely dig his drum work in Eyeless. Tired and Torn, I think is another pretty good deep cut off the album. But yeah, Slipknot's debut, probably always going to be my favorite from the band. I mean, I've listened to this album so many times. This was an album I listened to a lot when I was younger, and this is an album I'll never get sick of for me. But now let's go ahead and talk about the other album here, System of a Down's self-titled. Came out in 1998. So this album is produced by Rick Rubin, who is, of course, definitely a legendary name, who's worked with many big names in the world of music, so even outside of rock and metal like Beastie Boys. But yeah, System of a Down, this is another one. I mean, both of these bands are some of my favorite bands. I absolutely love both of these bands. But yeah, System of a Down's debut, this is my second favorite album from them. Toxicity is, of course, my favorite. I mean, of course, that's their big album, and Toxicity is also one of my favorite albums of all time. But this album is definitely no slouch either. I mean, I absolutely love this album. To me, one of the best debut albums from this time in rock and metal, or at least one of my favorite debuts when it comes to the nu metal era. But yeah, just like with the Slipknot's debut, I think the singles on this album are still really good, still hold up all these years later. Songs, of course, like Sugar and Spiders, but just like with Slipknot's debut, I think this album has some really good deep cuts. Some of the band's best deep cuts, in my opinion, too. Songs like Soil and Suggestions. And I really like Mind, which I think is one of their longest songs. Maybe the longest song they've ever done. I could be wrong about that, but it's definitely one of their longest. But Mind has always been one of my personal favorites. I just dig the overall vibe of that song. And even the shorter tracks, I still get a kick out of, like D-Devil and Qbert. I really dig the more humorous moments from System of a Down, and you definitely get plenty of that on this album too. But yeah, I definitely dig the heaviness that you get in this album too. The raw heaviness that you get with this album, especially in songs like Pluck and Soil. But yeah, and Sweet Pea I think is one of their best album openers. It's either I don't know, Prison Song might be my favorite album opener from the band. Maybe. Or at least it's up there, but Sweet Pea is also really good too, though. I think that's probably one of my favorites on the album. And War is another pretty good single for them off this album. But yeah, I really dig Serge's vocals. I mean, I do like Darren's vocals too. And another standout in the album for me has to be the solo in Soil. A solo that I feel like deserves a bit more attention, or at least should be talked about more. I mean, sure, it's nothing super technical, like something you'd hear from like a Rush album or a Dream Theater, but then again, this is not that type of rock or metal. But yeah, System of a Down's debut. Absolutely love this album, but yeah, again, both legendary albums. I mean, really, both these albums are albums I can listen to from front to back with no issue. I mean, it's really tough to. I mean, this is when it comes to which album I like more. My mind on this could change anytime because again, both of these albums. I mean, I grew up with both these albums, and I've listened to both of these albums so many times. But if I were to pick which album I like more for this video, I might go with Slipknot's debut. I mean, again, it's tough, man, because I absolutely love System of a Down's debut, but I might give the edge to Slipknot just by a hair, though, because I mean these albums are kind of close for me, but I don't know. I gotta be honest here. I'm probably gonna have to go with Slipknot's debut. But yeah, both great albums. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know which album you like more in the comment section below. Let me know some of your favorite or least favorite songs from these albums and all that good stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment and a like, subscribe. Have a nice day and take care.